Anna Wolf here, and welcome back to another episode of Anna Wolf in the Cabin. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a therapist, but you can think of me as a reminder of your highest self. One that, hopefully, when the stories are told, that they're narrated in a way that you're able to make up your own stories, connect your own dots for yourself. And in today's episode, I am going to ask the question, what is the soul? I am what feels like irreversibly angry, and I get it now. How people can go through devastating situations and never be the same again. And if you haven't given yourself permission to just be irreversibly, unapologetically angry or depressed or sad, well, for what it's worth, I give you permission now. That's it. I'm starting this episode like this because I was just reminded how quickly life can change. How in the blink of an eye we can be thrown into a reality that rips the floor out from beneath us, especially when the loss comes suddenly and without warning. For years, I've been someone who believes everything has meaning, that everything has a purpose. But I also believe this, that it's okay to not be okay. Especially when you're faced with something so shattering and so unexpected that it tears apart every fiber of what you thought was secure. Every thread from the thick, warm blanket you've spent your whole life weaving for yourself and your family, now unraveled. I see energy. What I mean by that is, when someone loses a loved one, a child, a parent, a friend, this is what I see. The energy that lived inside them, powered by the mind, suddenly sits in front of the body they left behind. It's the stories, the dreams, the plans you held together for them, for you, for your shared future, now just floating there. Imagine this. Stand up straight, look ahead. You might just see your environment, but what if I flipped that on its head and told you that everything you're seeing in front of you is not just space, it's your future, your plans, your one day I will, your when I achieve this, I'll be that, your I'm going to send my kid to this school, your when the kids move out, I'll finally go on that trip. But what if we live through those plans and they're shattered? How do we walk forward without walking into grief, into absence, into a new and painful now? Because the energy our mind created, it still exists. Our stories are energy. And yet, the person we created it with, the life we thought we were living, has changed, maybe even ended. So how do we keep moving forward when the road ahead feels haunted by the echoes of our own hopes? The only way to get from one room to another is to walk through the hallway, one foot in front of the other, even if they're baby steps. But what if that hallway is filled with the vibrations of what we wanted life to be, and now can never be? Expectations. This is the thing we must release. This is what I mean by feeling irreversibly angry. This sadness, it cannot be healed. And maybe it shouldn't, because healing isn't the right word. Healing happens in the depression, in the screaming, in the fight with yourself. If we don't allow ourselves to get angry, we suppress what needs to be broken down into smaller pieces, into energy that can shift, dissolve, becoming something else. Sometimes those pieces fall away, and sometimes they stay, and sometimes they become softer to carry. You can die of a broken heart. I believe that my father did. When the energy of what you hope for no longer exists. It feels like walking off a cliff. Your body knows something is over, but still moves through the fields of energy you once spoke into existence. Our words, our plans, and our dreams, they create a map, and when that map is torn, we don't know where to go. So what needs rewiring? The brain or the soul? The soul moves through the broken, and the brain moves into it and stays there. This is where the split happens. Two beings now walk the earth. 2 phone calls and 1 line. Grief doesn't look one way. Mourning is not a uniform. Mourning is a vibrant smile with a cracked heart. Mourning is punishing yourself whilst working to keep food on the table. Mourning is being split into soul and mind. The one that moves through it, and the other moves with it. Some days you laugh, you try, but joy feels like a betrayal. Other days you can't move, and then maybe you run. You will always dabble in both. This is now the life you have. Choosing how to navigate it is the only thing you have control over. What is the soul? A big, wondrous question. It depends on how you look at it. There's the spiritual, religious view, where the soul is eternal, non-physical part of a person, that part that lives on after death. You have the philosophical view, where Plato, the soul is the true self, made of reason, spirit, and desire. You have the scientific materialist view. Science often says the soul can't be measured, consciousness and identity, all brain activity. When the brain dies, so does the self. And then we have my favorite, the poetic view of what a soul is. The soul is essence, not the thoughts, but what feels behind the thoughts, the you beyond identity. My belief, the soul is separate from you. The brain feels love, pain, and awe, but the soul guides. The brain rents space on earth, but the soul, it owns it. This belief saved me. It let me feel what the flesh needs to feel, pain, confusion, while letting the soul carry what the brain could not. It is the soul that holds your hand. It is the soul that remembers love. It is the soul that walks with you through trauma. I pray your soul can be felt right now, so deeply that it balances out the ache, that it holds the heaviness, that it leads you forward, past what's broken. May you always walk as 2, brain and soul. May you know you are more than your losses. May you honor what was without being bound to it. May you find peace in the horror. May you carry this message to someone who needs it. Not everyone will understand, but we speak for those who can't yet. We're here to connect, to live, to die, to awaken. May the soul of your wife, your child, your sibling, your lover, may their presence come into your space and remind you of your own. Somewhere out there, there's a garden. I'll meet you there. Thank you for listening. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. You are not alone, and you will never be alone. Till next time.